lero bungwe lija akuti Public Accounts Committee linakumananso tu ndi akuluakulu a Mudzi Holdings kumenetu nawo amaphapharitsidwa ndi mafunso molingana ndi zimene akhala akukumana nazo zikuganizira makamaka pa nkhani ija kuti kukhudzidwa ndi nkhani ya hotelo ija ya Amalisti ija linagulitsidwa mu mzinda wa Blantyre komatu paja akuti zinachitika mopanda dongosolo. Ndiyetu kunali nkhani zodabwitsa zimenetu iwowa a Mudzi Holdings anabweretsa. Kodi zimenezi munamva? Panali tumbwerera zina zimene anthu akufunsa mafunso amakoneka ngati mayankho akufuna kuti apezeke. Kodi zimenezi zinakupezani? Takhani pomwepo tateni tionere limodzi nkhani imeneyi kuti zinakhala bwanji lero kuja ku parliament pamenetu mkumano umene kumachitika. Tikumemeni inu kuti mpange like komanso mpange subscribe pamenetu nkhani iyi ikuyamba. Kodi zinali bwanji? Chinachitikiranji ichi? Okay, teteni tiyambe nkhani ndi amenewa ndi chair mkhalapa mpando wa bungwe limeneli la Public Accounts Committee pamenetu akufunsa mafunso mkulu wa Mudzi Holdings. Takhani pomwe pa Malawi.
In this booklet that we have prepared it for you. Then I will just be a little bit of a vision, mandate, a vision, a mission, core values. Then again, I will take you to the key achievements. Then thereafter, I think we'll have to go to the details of the queries, etc. So as a way of introduction, the document outlines the responses to the Auditor General's report on the audited financial statement of the Mudzi Holdings Limited for the year ended 31st March 2022. It must be noted that over the period, the issues that were raised have been fully addressed. As a background to the institution, Mudzi Holdings Limited was incorporated under Companies Act on 18th May 2012. Mudzi Holdings 100% owned by the government of the Republic of Malawi. We are talking about 99% is Minister of Treasury, I would say Treasury, and 1% is tourism. So it's your own. And if we misbehave there, just know that we are misbehaving to our own government and to you as you are here. I hope we are not going to misbehave as per the way they misbehaving such. Yeah. Then it was indeed. I will not read word by word, but I'll just take you through some highlights, PowerPoints. It is a prestigious domestic brand, and it is selling very well in the SADC region, the Comesa region, even abroad. It is actually selling very well. As you may be appreciating as I go along, what we have achieved and the challenges that were there before, the achievements that we are currently giving it to our government and to you as stakeholders. This part of business, I would say, was established, and the Mudzi Park, which comprises the magnificent Bingwa International Convention Center, BICC, banqueting hall, a purpose, built, and this again has also the President Hotel, comprising of 130 rooms and presidential suites. It's quite unique, and I think I'll discuss with my colleagues here that I have to invite you as per tradition of this committee so that at least you can come with your team and appreciate what we offer there and what is for you at the center there. We'll take you through the rooms, take you through the presidential suites, so that you can also be our ambassadors as you move along interact with your regional committees and groupings that you have as a public accounts committee. Then we have the presidential villas. There are 14. It's a world class. And I don't think that they are found anywhere else. Especially now, we'll be banking on putting something that would actually make it more unique than ever before. And you know, some of you have been with me, the taste that I have. So I'll actually transfer this there as well, and the management here can appreciate office, a beautiful office. I tell you, I have a beautiful office anyway. Sitting in that beautiful office, no, but taking out the jacket, taking out everything, going in the field there, planting kapinga, trying to appreciate how it is done. So that thing is becoming a world class indeed, than never before, or than ever before. Let me put that to your attention. And lastly, we have got a beachside plot in Malembo, the constituency of Honabu Chinyama, Mango Kanyama, is it Chinyama? Kanyama, Mango West. Malembo is overlooking Chilima. And we have acquired a beautiful plot there. There will be a big hotel coming up, five-star hotel. And we have also acquired ships. They will be coming ships. We'll be having ships catering. They will be flying between Malembo, Chilima, and we have got again a place that will be building up Likoma Island. So it will be flying between Malembo, Chilima, then Likoma there, which will be something quite unique to the history of this country. And you will one day, I'll make sure that I look after this committee, having a background to this committee. I'll take you on a tour there, and you'll be well looked after. Chair, you can be assured with your committee that you'll be well looked after. Taking you over there, I can see honorable the people there, Blanta what? Soch West, Blanta West, Blanta Chilomon smiling. I will indeed invite you.
Kindly, let's get to this.
Yes, I'm doing that.
And as I said earlier on,
yes,
being reminded that the proceedings are live.
Yes.
So I just wanted to refresh you on that one.
Yes,
And
I'm
to
quite
ask
aware.
you to give us a serious synopsis. Over to you, controlling officer.
So that is what it is about Malembo and the project there. Strategic governance of the company is overseen by an executive board of directors composed of professionals from both the public and the private sectors in Malawi. The government appoints the board of directors and has investor and sovereign oversight of the company to ensure that it contributes to the national development goals through the travel and tourism sector. Mudzi Holding Limited commenced operations in May 2015. Government engaged the board of directors to oversee the management of the enterprise, who in turn engaged Piedmont Global Pty Ltd as the management company. Piedmont managed Mudzi Park and Resorts until 30th June 2019. Local management team took over from Piedmont thereafter until to date. So we are indeed running this after the contract. I think I should think that it expired for the government to decide that it is going to be run by the government itself. The mandate is there. I don't have to go into word by word. Then we have a vision is to be market leader in the hospitality sector in Malawi and beyond. Then the mission is Mudzi Holdings Limited provides premium hospitality products, services that engage, entertain, and inspire our clients, creating value for capital owners, positive working environment for employees whilst maintaining ethics and environmental standards. Core values, we deliver services in a timely manner. Mutual respect, we treat people with respect and dignity. Ownership, we take responsibility for our actions. Delivery of excellent services or service, we provide superior service. Zeal, we are enthusiastic, passionate, and committed to excellent service. Integrity, we discharge our duties ethically, morally, and professionally. The organizational structure is like this. Umozi Holdings Limited is organized along the following departments: Food and Beverage Division, Rooms Divisions, Sales and Marketing, Human Resources and Finance, and the Administration. The layout is as follows up there. So the Chief Executive Officer provides overall leadership and strategic direction of the company on a day-to-day basis, supported by management team comprising of heads of various departments. So this is how it looks like. We have shareholders up there. That is the government and government, which is Treasury and Tourism, Minister of Tourism. Then we have the board of directors that is actually elected or appointed by the shareholders.
Officer, can you switch off your mic? I see a hand from Kadabe Central. Kadabe Central.
Oh, thank you, Chairperson. I thought the Chief Executive Officer would go straight to the audit queries by now, having given us an overview of what is Umozi Holdings. Can we now go to the queries? First question. My second question is, from what he has given us, does he have any plans for a place like Nkatabe, where he intends to put a ship on the lake, tourist ship on Lake Malawi, between Malembo and Likoma? What about Likoma, Nkatabe, and Nkatabe, Chirumba, Kaporo? Any plans for Nkatabe, Chirumba, Kaporo, as he considers Likoma, Malembo? Thank you, Chair.
Controlling Officer, there's a valid point from Kadabe Central that we can proceed to substantive audit queries, and he also, but he wants to have comfort that is going to be taken care, as he's a member of Parliament for Kadabe Central, and he's deliberately pushing Chirumba, because I know he's talking of Rumpi East and the people from that side. The Mlowe people, yeah. So I know where he is trying to drive this thing to. But over to you, Controlling Officer.
I saw it coming, and I saw it in that manner as well. But we are trying to give the vision that we have as it is today. Those, maybe it can be extended if we can be given a plot, like at Likoma Island. We acquired a plot, we bought that plot. So if there can be a plot that we can buy in Nkatabe, as well as where you have just pointed, Chirumba, why not? I think we can look into it, but it will be more like now doing things without maybe. Anyway, I'll take that into consideration, and then you'll come back maybe later and see and assure the honorable member that indeed we can have that. Yeah. So about
Controlling officer, kindly proceed. I'm not going to take any more questions so that we don't distract you, so that we get to substantive audit queries. Any member who has a question, we'll ask you as we go along when we start handling the audit queries. Over to you, controlling officer.
Thank you, Chair. Why I was actually coming into this is because I wanted at least to appreciate the profile and the overall management of that. So then from this exact management, then now I think I will skip this key achievement because it has been handled at the end of it all. You see it all. And we have all what maybe questions may demand, and we have done quite comprehensively and to meet certain demands that you may have. If we may go now direct to page 7. You know, we have more like we have done most of these things as per your request. Now we go to the main ones. That is on page 7, the responses to queries. Should I proceed?
CEO, the controlling officer, you know the procedure. Relax and chill. Okay. This far, thank you so much for giving us the update pertaining to Mudzi Holdings Limited, and in your response, you've committed that you handle also the north, like Nkarabe, as well as the other side, as long as there's land that side where you can have your operations. Public Accounts Committee will only ask you to ensure that whenever you're doing all those things, make sure that the board is involved to avoid future audit queries. Honourable members, allow me to request Blantyre Chilomoni to take us through the first question. Blantyre Chilomoni.
Thank you, Chair. The first query is to do with material uncertainty related to going concern. Could the controlling officer explain to the committee why the company's financial statements were prepared on a going concern basis, despite the company being in a net current liability position of 3.3 billion at the reporting date, which indicates the existence of material uncertainty related to the going concern as required under the International Financial Reporting Standards, IFRS. B, could the controlling officer inform the committee what measures are being put in place at the reporting date to mitigate the effects of reduced occupancy rates arising from COVID-19, while fixed overhead costs remained unchanged, and provide documentary evidence? And finally, could the controlling officer further explain to this honorable committee why your office reclassified the loan facility from non-current to current liability upon its maturity on the 30th June 2022, and indicate whether any arrangements were made to refinance or restructure the facility to avert liquidity challenges? I submit, Chair.
Thank you so much, Blantyre Chilomoni and Ancholi constituency. Controlling officer. Controlling officer, you know these deliberations are being recorded, so make sure that whenever you're giving a response, can you switch off your mic? Whenever you're giving your responses, the mic is on. Now, as Public Accounts Committee of Parliament, we dispatched a letter to you on 16th January requesting you to give us response to audit queries like the one which has been raised by Planter Chilima. Kindly speak to what you submitted to Parliament, word by word, sentence by sentence, paragraph by paragraph, so that we dispose. There is a need for it to match with what you submitted and what is going to be recorded. Can we proceed in that manner? You know how these things are done, controlling officer. You're not new to these proceedings. Let us live to the expectation. Over to you, controlling officer.
Sorry that I didn't know that my microphone was off. Let me take you to actual page 8 because that is in line with the questions that we have been asked. Honorable Chairperson and Honorable Committee, Management prepared the financial statements on ongoing concern basis.
Why are you skipping page 7? Response to queries. Okay. Then, no, you're not supposed to, if you included items which were not important, then why did you submit? No, you need to go as per your submission. I'm sure there's nothing which is less important, something very important, everything that you submitted, unless if you can tell this committee that some of the things are not relevant, then we need to break and redo this at a later stage.
Let me take you from the same page.
Please proceed.
Yeah. Honorable Chairperson and Honorable Committee, Management admits the Auditor General's observation that international financial reporting standards requires that the financial statements be prepared on ongoing concern basis. This means that the company is financially stable enough to meet its obligations and continue its business for the foreseeable future. Company's directors, management are also required to make an assessment of the company's ability to continue as a going concern annually. The company was in a net current liability period of 3.3 billion. If you look at the background where we are coming from, and this condition indicates that a material uncertainty relating to going concern existed at the reporting date. This was largely due to the effects of COVID-19, which directly contributed to the lower capacity occupancy rates, whilst fixed overhead costs remained the same. Besides that, the loan facility, which was due for repayment on 30th June 2022, was reclassified from non-current to current liability. This led to the increase in current liabilities, which contributed towards the net current liability position. Honorable Chairperson and Honorable Committee, the net current liability was largely attributable to the loan obtained from CDH Investment Bank towards financing initial working capital of the company to kickstart the business operations on inception. This, coupled with the effects of COVID-19, restrictions on travel and tourism activities, negatively impacted on the financial performance of the company. Honorable Chairperson and Honorable Committee, Management prepared the financial statements on ongoing concern basis because positive prospects on the recovery of the tourism sector in general were evident. For example, occupancy level for the President Hotel doubled to 28% in 2022 from 14% in 2021. Likewise, travel restrictions were eased worldwide, thereby opening up room for growth in tourism arrivals. The company for the first time reported net profit amounting to 414 million kwacha in 2022, up from a loss of 731 million kwacha in 2021, as per audited financial statements attached as Appendix 1. Honorable Chairperson and Honorable Committee, the loan was reclassified as current liability because it was technically due for repayment within 1 year from the reporting date of the financial statements. Government formally renewed the guarantee for a further 1 year as per a communication attached as Appendix 2. Honorable Chairperson and Honorable Committee, management implemented a turnaround strategy that has seen the company registering a significant improvement in financial performance over the period. These strategies included, among others, 1, aggressive marketing both locally and internationally to improve hotel occupancy level as well as demand for meetings and conferences. B, ongoing product improvement initiatives to enhance ambience and guest experience. C, introduction of guest loyalty programs and bookers initiatives. D, introducing more partnership with other operators in the value chain, e.g. airlines, tour operators, etc. As previously alluded to, by the time of writing this report, the company's going concern position remains positive and the balance sheet had strengthened as follows. Positive working capital improved to 7.2 billion as we're talking to you. The loan facility, which stood at 3.5 billion as at 1st March 2022, was fully settled by 30th March 2025. So we settled everything during that time. Total assets increased to 154 billion from 16.4 billion. Retained earnings turned positive for the first time, reaching 2.3 billion kwacha from accumulated loss position of 9.8 billion as at 31st March 2022. Audited financial statements for the year ended 31st March 2022, government guarantee and the management accounts for the year ended 31st March 2026, Appendix 3, that is attached to the booklet here. As going forward now, diversify product portfolio through additional revenue streams such as fine dining, restaurant, outside catering, and additional resorts outside Lilongwe to enhance resilience. B, aggressive marketing of the maize destination on the regional markets such as South Africa, Kenya, Zimbabwe, and Zambia, among others. C, more strategic partnerships with airlines, professional conference organizers, tour operators, and other players to sustain the business. I think you stop there for at least further interaction with you, Honorable Chairperson and the committee.
Thank you so much, Controlling Officer. Honourable members, I see Blantyre, City, Chilomoni, Nancholi, Kabula, Koswese.
Could the controlling officer explain to your committee chair the sharp increase in assets from 16.4 billion to 154 billion, whether it was a grant, it was a loan or something, to your committee, Chair. I submit.
Controlling Officer, kindly respond to Blantyre City. Abula.
Chairperson, let me give it to the Director of Finance and Administration, I think, to take that question. Indeed, he's here because he has been there ever since. So over to you, Director of Finance and Administration.
Chair, the sharp increase is largely due to revaluation of land and buildings. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Honourable members.
Just to add, we have 37 hectares, which is 80 acres that we have there, plus the appreciation of the land when they came to do the evaluations. They actually sort of valued at that much and whatever that we have, as they do indeed appreciate. So I just wanted to add to what the Director of Finance and Administration has just given you as an answer to that effect.
Thank you so much, Controlling Officer. Kadape Central.
Thank you, Chair. I am back to the issue of Lake Malawi, and wanted to ask the controlling officer whether it could be in his interest to just write the DC. Write the DC in Katabe asking for an allocation of a beachfront land to construct a resort or a hotel. The same like for Mlowe in Rumpi, write the DC Rumpi. How big is that an issue? Write the DC Rumpi, write the DC Katabe, DC Karonga for a land at Chirumba. Thank you, Chair.
And it has to go through the board, the government, to actually, because this is wholly owned by the government of Malawi. Indeed, we'll take it to the board. We're having board meeting on Friday. This Friday, I think I will actually float it there and see if maybe the plans can be extended to that far. Mlowe, I doubt it very much because it has to be in line with profit making, more like projects than simply on our own to say indeed we are going to do that. We have our shareholders, then we have the board that at least we have to give this into them and debate, look at it, demerits, and see exactly what we can do. Then I will have to report back to the committee that indeed this is what we have come up with. But now I think I will have to just stop there, that we have to make sure that the board and the shareholders are aware about extended plans to reach that far. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Thank you, Controlling Officer. Can I have a verdict on our members? Chitipa Central.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. Before I move, I think I'm already concerned with the 154 and the 16. I think the years, the land appreciating that much just within that period. But it's not a question because they have already answered it. And again, in the supporting evidence, they have indicated audited financial statements for the year ended 31st March 2022. I would think that would not be enough.
To that, the accounts would have been qualified. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much. You may take, the controlling officer spoke about the other colleague handling the other audit issues. Kindly proceed.
Much obliged, Chair. Over to you.
Chair, in addition to what the Director of Finance has said, apart from providing for the debts, that does not stop us from collecting the debts. If we collect, we will reverse the provisions. So just for the comfort of the members, yes, the provision was made, but we are still pursuing the debts to collect the outstanding balances. Thank you, Chair.
Over to you, Chair.
Thank you so much, Controlling Officer and your team members. Honourable members, can I have a verdict on this one? Chitipa Central.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. Listening to the responses, you see that they are making efforts, and the supporting evidence for them are their correspondences that they are making efforts to recover the money, but there are no evidence attached that are showing that they have recovered any money. I'm not very sure if they are confident even themselves that they'll be able to recover the monies. I believe he may be, when the controlling officer is closing, maybe he will indicate what support may be needed for your community to help. But otherwise, I move that this needs further reporting. Thank you, Honorable Chairperson.
Thank you. So there's a proposal from Chitipa Central. I see a hand from Blanta Chilima.
I second, Chair.
There's the proposal for further reporting, Controlling Officer, has been duly seconded by the people of Blanta Chilima Kabula constituency. This means the audit query still stands. Blanta City Chichiri Misesa, kindly take the third query.
Thank you very much, Chair, for giving a chance to the people of Chichiri Misesa to ask a question through you on long outstanding trade payables amounting to 81,794,928 kwacha 35 tambala. Through you, could the controlling officer explain to the committee how the company's trade payables, including long outstanding balances, totaling to 81,794,928 kwacha 35 tambala, as at 31st March 2022, with some dating back as far as 2018, despite accounting-based practices requiring timely reconciliation and settlement of credits purchases. The second one is, could the controlling officer, through Chair, inform the committee what measures and internal controls have been put in place to reconcile, review, and clear these long outstanding trade payables, and provide documentary evidence of actions taken to settle the debts. I submit, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Blanta City Chichiri Misesa, Controlling Officer. Over to you.
Honorable Chairperson and Honorable Committee, management admits the Auditor General's observation that best accounting and control practice requires that all accounts for credit purchases be reconciled, reviewed, and any outstanding balances paid off. During the review of trade and other payables, it was observed that there were very long outstanding accounts making up the trade payables balance, which dated as far back as 2018. The long outstanding trade payables amounted to 81,794,928 kwacha and 35 tambara, representing over 20% of the trade payables balance, which as at 31st March 2022 were 411,600,000 million. Honorable Chairperson and Honorable Committee, this happened at a time the company's financial position had deteriorated due to COVID pandemic, which adversely affected the tourism sector in general. Honorable Chairperson and Honorable Committee, management implemented a turnaround strategy that has seen the company registering significant improvement in financial performance over the period. These strategies included, among others, 1. Tightening internal controls in high-risk areas of food and beverages operations, front office and procurement. 2. Recruitment of staff with the right skills in key positions. 3. Cost optimization measures. 4. Ongoing product improvement initiatives to enhance ambience and guest experience. 5. Aggressive marketing both locally and internationally. The company improved financial performance has enabled its ability to meet all its obligations. Management accounts for the year ended 31st March 2026. Sustainable financial performance measures have been put in place. I submit, Honorable Chairperson and the committee.
Thank you so much, Controlling Officer, for your response. Allow me to recognize the people of Blantyre, Kabula, Chiromoni, Nancholi to offer a question. Over to you.
Chair, thank you so much for recognizing the people of Blantyre City, Chiromoni, Kabula, and Nancholi constituency. I believe the COVID is an excuse that's coming after 2022 for the debts or payables that were dated as far back as 2018, Chair. And to bring to your attention, Chair, if you go on page 140, you'll find that they had cash and cash equivalents of about 626 million at that time. Is this not just a compliance issue? The kind of things that you make payables suffer in Malawi, thereby not following good accounting practices, Chair. I'm yet to be guided why we are using an excuse of COVID that happened in 2020, 2021, when the debts should have been paid as way back as 2018, 2019, Chair. And yet, at the time, they had money to settle. I want to understand from the controlling officer, Chair. Thank you.
Controlling Officer, kindly respond to that one.
Honorable Chairperson and the committee, I think I'm lucky that the people that were there at that particular time are still with me here, and I will let the finance manager who was there to actually sort of directly answer or respond to that query. I submit to him, Chair.
Chair, the COVID-19 hit the organization very hard. The obligations that we had were huge. It was not only the creditors, there were also tax obligations. You see, there is also a tax issue, because the tax alone was 1.something billion that we needed to pay, and we didn't have the cash. The amount that we had as a cash flow position at that time was only 100 something million, but we had the obligations over 2 billion. So the 100 million that was surplus cash was just a drop in the ocean. So indeed, COVID hit the organization badly. So most of the issues that we could not pay because we didn't have the required cash. Thank you, Chair.
So much, Controlling Officer. Blunt Kabula.
Chair, that's exactly my worry, because this is 2018 and COVID only came which year? 2019. So even 1 year you had not paid the debt, and this I'm assuming could be those people that are supplying 100,000, 500, 1 million, 5 million. Do you know what that does to somebody else's business? You're owing them from 2018. You haven't paid. Chair, I'm still not convinced because the COVID is coming way a year after. This is 2018, Chair. I don't know even, they're saying they have included management accounts. I can't see them, the 2026 that they have settled. But what would somebody do with, if they're owing them 10 million in 2018 and then he receives the 10 million in 2025? You actually have just killed that business.
And in fact, your investment portfolios are still revolving around the same industry, tourism. What if another COVID hits? What happens of you? Controlling Officer, can you take that one?
I will not actually sort of go into details. You know, sometimes we are sitting here on behalf of maybe certain people that messed up the whole process itself, but we take at least a good, more like a pressure because of institutional memory and the management that has to continue. I share with you indeed that I don't know what they were thinking at that particular time, that they could just ignore principles of good accounting or accountancy just because there was that COVID-19. COVID-19 came 2019. It did not come 2018. So I share with you, and I don't think that I can comment. I can comment further to that. No, I can't, because good measures, they have to be taken from now onwards, and I'll make sure that that does not happen again. I can assure you for that. That will be a thing of the past. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much, Controlling Officer. Plant CTH Chilima, Mrs. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Chair. Through you, you've heard the Controlling Officer trying to belabor himself to push in some clarities on the issues. I believe it's high time that we can give him an opportunity to go back and try to put everything in order and come back here to give us a clean sheet. Therefore, I do propose for a further reporting. Thank you, Chair.
Plant CTH Chilima, Mrs. for that proposal. Allow me to ask any other member to second. Any seconder to that? I see Plant Plant Chilomon. Can you second that one?
I second Chair for further reporting. Thank you.
Honourable members, can I ask Chakwera West to take the fourth one?
Thank you very much, Honourable Chairperson. The fourth question is on non-compliance with the Taxation Act, PAYE. Could the Controlling Officer explain to the committee why PAYE deductions for the months of July 2021 to December 2021 were not remitted to the Malawi Revenue Authority, despite the submission of the related returns, and why there were delays in remittance for January, February, and March 2022. The second question, could the Controlling Officer inform the committee what measures and internal controls have been put in place to ensure timely remittance of PAYE to MRA and provide documentary evidence of actions taken to prevent recurrence of delays. I submit, Chair.
Chakwera West, Controlling Officer.
Honorable Chairperson and the Honorable Committee, management admits the Auditor General's observation that the amount of tax deductible should be remitted to Malawi Revenue Authority not later than the 14th day from the end of the month during which the tax was deducted. This is a requirement under the Malawi Taxation Act under Section 102, subsection 2. During the review of staff costs on pay-as-you-earn pay remitted during the year, it was observed that pay for the month of July 2021 to December 2021 were not remitted to Malawi, remitted to Malawi Revenue Authority, even though the related returns were submitted. Also, there was a delay in the remittance of pay for the months of January, February, and March 2022. Honorable Chairperson and the Honorable Committee, this happened at a time the company's financial position had deteriorated due to COVID pandemic, which adversely affected the tourism sector in general. Honorable Chairperson and Honorable Committee, management successfully negotiated with MRA to offset all tax obligations against tax asset at the material time as per attached correspondences, appendixes 8 and 9. The matter has since been closed. Correspondences with MRA and the latest tax clearance certificate, sustainable financial performance measures put in place. Honorable Chairperson and Honorable Committee, management remains committed to resolving queries raised by the auditors as outlined above. Thank you, Honorable Chairperson and Honorable Committee.
Honorable members, can I have takers? Planter Chilima.
Chair, through you, I would like to find out from the controlling officer if there were penalties that were paid, and if not, maybe MRA or the Commissioner General gave them a waiver of some sort.
Controlling officer.
I will give it to the Director of Finance and Administration, Honorable Chairperson.
And we proceed.
Thank you, Chair. During the COVID period, MRA extended a voluntary tax compliance window to the tourism sector in general. So we took advantage of that to avoid penalties. So no penalties were levied on us as a result of the arrears. Thank you, Chair.
In this one, the documents that we have, I can't see any. Do you have tax clearance?
I think it has missed. We have it, but I think we'll have to submit. I think it's just an error. We'll have to submit it to you, but we have that tax clearance certificate.
And they submit to Parliament tax clearance certificate or any correspondence regarding this one within the next 7 days. Controlling officer?
Yes, much obliged. We will do that. I think, I don't know why we missed it when binding this, but we'll have to indeed submit it to you, Honorable Chairperson. And that's a very good awareness that you are giving it to me. I'll have to go back with my team and say, why embarrassing me like this? we will definitely submit within the days that you have actually given us. Thank you, Chair.
And include payee on that one, so that you protect your integrity as usual. Honourable members,